Today we're going to talk about the Nightfall scenarios in Hallowfall that are coming our way in the next patch 11.1.5, releasing on April 22nd. What are those Nightfall scenarios? And as I already ranted to you in the previous video, I do not like time-gated content. So we are not getting horrific visions, we are not getting dastardly duels straight away, we're getting these scenarios. So is that enough to entertain us for a little bit of time? Very simple, we're going to keep it light, it's not going to be negative at all. Some of it is good, some of it is not so good, but stick around, I'll tell you everything you need to know as a preview of this feature today. Let's jump straight into this. As I promised to you, you will get a quest called Radiant Call. That Radiant Call will take you to Hallowfall. You go there, you find Flame Radiance's camp with one dude there called Milton Wildbrawn. Flame Radiance is a new faction, obviously, and a new Renown grind path for you if you really like it. I don't personally pursue Renown unless it's a side effect. So I only do it just because if I play a specific content and it happens to contribute to a Renown track, well, so be it. But it is not a gameplay of its own for me, not like kind of thing. But tell me if it is for you. Among those rewards of the Renown, you will get a useless title of Reservist, and straight away for free you will get a title of Recruit. Does it make you excited? Doesn't make me excited, but that's beside the point. That's just the dressing. Nightfall icon is also on your map. It's very easy to see it, similar to how you see other events happening around the, around the war within areas, I suppose. And it also tells you what the weekly reward is, to tell you if it's worth your while. I like that. There are many quests, at least straight away, when you go there for the very first time. They need to hook you in. I understand what they're doing here. They're trying to make you excited. So, whole bunch of quests from Milton can be picked up straight away. Yellow ones will give you Resonance Crystals and Flame Radiance's rep, and blue weekly ones will give you Epic Satchels or bags that contain Valor Stones. Some of those also Resonance Crystals and Carved Crests. So, Welcome to the Field quest will give you a special buff as well that will work, surprisingly, across the whole Khazal Gaz, not only in Hallowfall and not only in those scenarios, which is cool, so it makes you take a tiny bit less damage, as well as dishes out more damage at the enemies. That's fantastic. So what is there to do here? Well, if Nightfall operation is active, which is the main kind of thing of the area, I suppose, then you will have theater troupe style event and set of activities that are leading up to the actual main event happening. So those activities are like free webbed crusaders, other kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I caught the tail end of it. Luckily, I didn't have to run around and do useless stuff before the actual main event happened. But you and I will have to do a lot more of it once the patch hits live, okay? Then you get to the rallying point with another dude called Thayed Piremaker. That's the best name ever, by the way. And we fight Surikai. Surprise, surprise, you just fight them there. It was nice and easy, there was nothing to it, there was no challenge, they are not elites, it doesn't require particular collaboration, particular grouping, there is no sense. Main thing for me here, and I'll start weaving in the good with the bad here, the bad part here for me is kind of lack of excitement, lack of the sense of danger. There are Surikai invading sunny fields of Hallowfall. Surely it needs to be, at the very least, the light needs to go out. I thought that the crystal in the sky is going to change color or something. It would be nightfall. It would be actually nightfall. But there is not all that much night falling to it. In all honesty, it's still sunny fields. You were plucking flowers one moment, and then there are spiders all over the place another moment, but they are not menacing. That's my main issue. It's kind of a little bit of a dissonance, but let's keep going. Enough of that rant. Alright. So it's kind of show up kind of exercise. You just mow them down, they all die, it's pretty easy. And consider this, on PTR there were some people playing luckily, so it kind of had a sense of the real gameplay to it. But there were not that many people, so even with a very few people, we still mowed them down, zero problems. It's not like there was a full raid, do you know what I'm saying? When there is a full raid, there will barely be anyone for you to punch in the face. Everything will be dead in seconds, unless they balance it differently, alright? Okay, so it looks like that event, by the way, while I'm on it, it repeats every 45 minutes or so. In my humble opinion, it needs to repeat a lot more often. It needs to repeat every half an hour max, like longest duration to wait, because 45 minutes of an event that lasts 2, 3 maybe is just not good enough in my opinion, but that's just a side note here. You tell me how you feel about it if you tested it as well. Then you fight the big boss. Every world boss in World of Warcraft is a bit of a punching bag or a loot pinata. I get it. But this one is particularly toothless. He does nothing really. He couldn't do anything to me. I didn't even have a healer on me. Mind you, this monk is in not so amazing, but still half decent eye level 645 gear. So he couldn't do anything to me. He felt particularly pointless. He was not like Gobfather, who like really makes you sweat for it, I suppose, in Undermine. I thought that for this kind of central event with some menace, with some Nightfall, I thought it's bound to be a lot more menacing. It's bound to be a bit stronger, that boss. Nothing of the kind. Seriously, nothing of the kind. Now, on to the best parts, okay? Best parts. Looks like probably once a week, of course, same as with Gobfather boss. You get a piece of eye level 626 veteran warbound gear from this boss. So thanks Blizzard, loot is always nice, it's good to catch up on the loot. I don't know if it's with every kill, that would be way too generous. I don't expect Blizzard to be so generous. Would be amazing, by the way. Or if it's once a week. I hope it's, there is not all that too much else to it, spoiler alert. But loot would be nice if they were at least showering you with loot every 45 minutes. Hardly a shower, to be honest with you. Alright, so you then turn in your first blue quest, and it gives you a satchel containing a Radiant Emblem of Service. That Radiant Emblem of Service you can exchange at the Quartermaster, standing there in the little camp, for better eye level 636 champion gear. That's great. That's great. Again, is this gear something to write home about? But it's champion gear. It can be upgraded much higher. It's decent. It's definitely decent. That's where it becomes decent. Unfortunately, that gear, and that's, you will say, Gyro, come on man, that's unrealistic to expect. Unfortunately, that gear is not warbound. It's not warbound gear, but look, it's you can't expect everything, alright? Now, the other blue quests that we picked up, so you click on them and they'll tell you, obviously, the map area where the incursion of Surikai is happening. For me, it was in Ashkahet. I think it's not unreasonable to expect that it will always be in Ashkahet, because that's where the spiders are, but who knows, maybe it's not, okay? You fly there, you do the objective. You can even turn in this quest right there, in the area. There is like a little Flame Radiance's camp. You don't even need to fly back to Hallowfall, which I think is unnecessary. I think if they had a camp there in Hallowfall, Flame Radiance faction, they need to stay there. They just send you as an agent to do the job, like, you know, deal with the incursion and then come back. But they even made it easier for kids there to not have to run back, okay? I think that's excessive. Rewards from those quests are also warbound. There is no telling if these drops, like loot drops, are guaranteed from those reward chests for those other incursion quests, or if it's again just a matter of luck. So I was lucky, I got them, and they are warbound. It's fantastic. It allows you to gear up your whole warband very, very quickly. So summarizing, that's it. That's all there is to it. So like I already started sharing with you, is it great to have a mechanism that gives you a catch-up gear, as well as the experience buffs that are going to be released with the launch of the patch on April 22? Yes, of course it is. Of course it is. It's great. It's not amazing gear. It's pretty low, like 626 is low-ish, but it's an LFR level gear. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. It's nice enough. It's simplistic, yeah, but this is where I kind of have to say where it's lacking. In my opinion, like I already said, it's not exciting at all. It's not menacing at all. It gives no sense of danger. It gives no sense of real incursion. It gives no sense of, oh, Nightfalls, blah, blah, blah. It has a name, Nightfall, mate. A name that does not correspond to what's happening. No night is falling. A few random spiders showed up and we like smacked them, whack-a-moled them. They had no chance, including their boss. Yeah, and I personally, once again, from my perspective, all my alts that I want to play right now, and I have quite a few, are all geared to about 640, 645 already. I know that that's just me, and there is a metric ton of people who are still gearing up alts slowly. Even I could, I suppose, if I had extra time, which I don't. But this gear that these events are gonna give me, or you, it's kinda useless, other than cosmetics. So for cosmetic effect, take a look at those kind of at those transmog wise kind of the looks of that flame radiances thing. I actually like the black and white sense of it. I actually like it. I like it. I do like. This is probably one of my favorite easily attainable transmog sets. So that is definitely good. That is definitely good. I might even at least fill out one set fully. That like maybe two. Plate is usually great, as well as leather, because right now I'm playing leather characters. And that's all. That's all there is to preview. That's all there is to know for you about these scenarios, these events that are coming with this Nightfall feature. It's minuscule. It's tiny. It's a catch-up mechanism on gearing, and it's not very exciting. I'm sorry to say, it's not very exciting. I'm not just an exclusively a feel-good channel. I'm an honest feedback channel. So if you watched this whole video and haven't liked the video yet, well, hopefully I deserve it. So give me a quick like and stay subscribed for more World of Warcraft content. Sooner or later, we're gonna get to Dastardly Duels. Sooner or later, we're going to get to, obviously, Horrific Visions, and that's when it will get really, really competitive, really, really exciting, very fast. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time.